Aston Muchela. I am an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. I practice in my law firm known as Uremi Mbago and Muchela Advocates, which has its presence in Nakuru and Mombasa County. I also serve the Law Society as the chairman of Law Society of Kenya Rift Valley region, and we are here for our annual conference, and we are quite happy with how the conference is ongoing. This conference had a theme on good governance. It also had a sub-theme on artificial intelligence, something that has really taken us advocates. It's something that we take with a lot of interest because artificial intelligence seems to be the future of most professions, and even as a law society, we don't want to be left behind. So our members are being sensitized on the pros and the cons of artificial intelligence. What we have learned and realized in this conference is that artificial intelligence is still under-regulated here in Kenya. There could be need for more regulations and more studies on artificial intelligence because it has already been rolled out. People are using it, lawyers are using it, but we have noticed it has its challenges. We have been motivated and challenged by the presenters that artificial intelligence should never be seen or used as a substitute for human intelligence. You should never say because you are using artificial intelligence, then you don't need to think. The experience we've had as lawyers with the various artificial intelligence tools is that they sometimes make errors. The term that the technical people are using is hallucinations. The AI tool sometimes has hallucinations. For example, you're doing a research on a particular case, you give it a set of facts, and you ask it to give you a brief based on the set of facts that you have given. The experience we've had is that yes, it gives you a brief that is relevant, but when you come to nitty-gritties, when you want it to cite relevant case laws, it doesn't do that. So they still need to improve the tools that we currently have in the country, and there's also need to improve on the regulations. There are questions to do with intellectual property. Who owns the intellectual properties of the AI tools that are being developed by various people? So this is actually it's a very good conference. We are enjoying ourselves. We are having very good interactions, and we are delving deep into things that are quite relevant in the profession currently.
Yes. Now, could you tell us some of your expectations and have they been met so far?
Yes. When I came all the way from Nakuru, my greatest expectation was actually to have fun. That is how we do our conferences. We put fun number one, then we also learn.
Yeah.
So I've really had fun. I've met friends whom I had not connected with for a long time. We've been able to connect. We've been able to exchange contacts. We've done a lot of networking. But even on the aspect of the items that are being discussed in the conference, yes, we've been able to learn a lot. For example, I've just shared on what we've gotten on artificial intelligence. We've even been able. We had a session where we were being addressed by cabinet secretary from Tanzania. They still call them ministers, and he was able to challenge us on the need to front for an East African community, something that we lawyers should take up as a challenge to us. We can see how we can harmonize our laws, we can harmonize our policies so that we strengthen the East African community. So yes, our expectations are being met, and we are quite happy with the organizers of this conference.
And what are some of the challenges in this AI? Expectations of some of the challenges maybe we might see ahead.
Yes, the greatest challenge that we've found with AI is lack of proper regulation. And then we also have lack of a locally developed AI tool. You know, most of these AI tools have been developed from the Western countries, and therefore they come with a Western bias, and they are not so local to what we need. We have seen people who have tried to develop a local tool. For example, there's a team from eSheria, and they are here with us in this conference. they have tried to develop an AI tool to be used by Kenyan lawyers, East African lawyers, and they've tried to populate their tool with Kenyan cases. So, but it's probably the only one that we've interacted with, and it also probably needs a little bit of improvement here and there. So there is still not an accurate AI tool. But again, as I say that, I'm saying with the backdrop that I realize AI should not be a replacement for human intelligence. So we are not blaming the AI tools for not being perfect. But those are just some of the challenges that they bring up.
Actually, maybe with digitization of judicial systems and now the introduction of AI robots, maybe in future will there be need for long years of study, or maybe you reduce the years, especially on the pupillage?
Trust to me, with this digitization, then there is need for actually more study, because in the tech world they say rubbish in, rubbish out. If the people who develop these studies, or people who use these studies, are not able to give an input that is knowledgeable, then the output will also will be substandard. There is need for people to actually study, so that even as they use these AI tools, you are able to assess them from the backdrop of reality. Digitization is a good thing, and we actually applaud the judiciary because they have embraced digitization. Since the time of Corona, we have seen good milestones in development of digitization in the judiciary. It helps when it comes to access of justice, which is a constitutional provision, because you can now file cases from anywhere. I was here in Kwale attending this conference, but I have been able to attend to my cases in Nakuru. I've been able to file cases for my clients while I am here, thanks to digitization. Those are things which ideally I would not have been able to do a few years ago. So we are embracing digitization, and we appreciate all institutions that are embracing digitization. We have also been encouraging our lawyers that they should also embrace digitization in their law firms. Let them teach their staff, their advocates, their partners on how to embrace these digital tools, because it makes work easier, and therefore it improves access to justice.
Well said.